Let y'all see what's going on right here. Right around here. There. Interesting to see how these turned out. Take care of this. It's back. Turn this. It's just back that way. Always turn your knife blade away from the tumbler. Oh, this looks pretty decent. This big one right on top. This is not a fossil. This is a bedrock layer that I found. Put it off and I'll show you all how it's progressing. Needs a little bit more, but that's where it's at so far. Set that right there for now. Let me check on some of these fossils. There. Clear as day. Oops. All right, so let's do this last night. Be right there. Flashlight. Really tell what it is now. It's like this. Not much, but we'll see. Have something else out of here. Now this one, I don't want to pour the slurry off just yet. This is a little, I wasn't sure if there was anything on there. Something right there. There's something on there, right there. That right there. I don't know what that is. You will have to take a picture of it. and send it in. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the bucket up next to us. Go ahead and pour the slurry off. I changed my mind. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. I gotta reach down in the bucket. And the rocks fell down in the bucket. Goodness. Two of them. There wasn't no more. Goodness. Cannot lose fossils down in the bucket. Wipe them off, wipe my hand off. I'll show you all. It was. Not a fossil. It's an interesting looking rock. Hold on for a second. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Somebody sent me a message inquiring on some rocks I have up on Facebook Marketplace. So let's get you all back over here. That's pretty. No fossil on there, but it's pretty. Let's see if it's down. There, that's better. I don't know why that's. That's pretty. No fossil on there. Just good looking rock. Sometimes you think there's a fossil on there and you put it through the tumbler and it comes out there was no fossil. It's just the way it goes. Sometimes because when it's all dirty, you can't always tell. This one is neat. That's neat. Did it by mistake. Shell. not do that last night. Get a clean bag. White balloons. There. That's better. Off in the shadows tonight. Gee whiz. There, there looks like one right there. A little dot with 3 dots above it. Not always sure on fossils. So you gotta put the rock through the paces. This will go back in there. It's still got some rough stuff. Oh, another hole, another hole. Okay. Need to go back again. But let me show you all this. See, it's like, see, when this was dirty, that looked like might be a fossil, but now that it's cleaner, it just looks like a hole. Same thing on this side, except for the squiggly lines right there. So that squiggly line may be the fossil. So what we would have to do is flip this over like this and take a picture of this and send it to the university, to the geology department, and have them identify what it is. See this one, that's just a crack that has some sediment in it. And that's just appears to be holes. I don't know, that might be something, might not. But goes in the pile, because it's gotta go back in there. And do the final three steps rather. Excuse me. Let's see what's in this one. This one is all glittery. Can y'all see that? How that just glitters? It's that song, it just glitters and shines. Go back in. Hello, Lila. How are you today? Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like it says Ilya. Did I pronounce that right? Well, these are stones that I found by the Yellowstone River. Some of them have fossils on them. We put them in the tumbler last night and we're going through and checking to see which ones actually have fossils. This one does not. This looks like it might be a piece of yellow jasper. Let's go on to the next one. Nope, that one don't either. What about this one? That one is a maybe right there. The ones that I think are after I get them dried off. I don't have a UV lamp right now. I gotta get one. All I have is my flashlight and my eyes. So let's dry that off. Let's check it again. Nope, on that side. Nope, not on that side either. So we'll reach in for another one. Oh, excuse me. Mm, no, not on that one either. I thought that one might be. Let me get the other flashlight. I thought that one was right there because it's got some lines out around here. See the lines? Well, I got it right here. That, yeah, I wipe them off first and then I show them to you guys. Well, I wasn't planning on cutting in this stream, but I'll cut in the next stream. I'll put that aside to cut. How's that? Because I always do. Unloading the tumbler in one stream, and then any cutting is done in the next stream, which would be tomorrow. And that one just looks like some quartz. Maybe an agate. Look, you can see through it. So we'll put that one aside to get thrown back in the batch. See, that one's just a pretty rock. It's like a light brown and cream color. I don't see no fossils, but it's a pretty rock. That will go back in. Yeah, Well, this is pretty. Oops. And I dropped it. Hold on. We'll look at another. Pick that up later. Yeah, that one's pretty. We'll put that one aside and cut that one. Out of rocks. So there wasn't that many fossils in there. I put it in there. Thought there was a lot of them. This needs to go back in there, but see, that's pretty. There's something right in there. See, right in there. But it's not, rock is not cleaned off good enough yet. That one we will not cut because we don't want to lose the fossil. Fire. See, I'm not sure on that there or this one here. Needs to go back in there for another round. Needs another round. That one's just a plain old rock. Plain old gray rock. Which there's some of them in here. That's just a pretty rock right there. Too small to cut. Just a pretty rock. Yeah, I have jasper. There's a yellow jasper. No. Where is it? Yellow. This is not yellow jasper. Here's a yellow jasper. See the yellow lines? That one we're gonna cut tomorrow. I had another one on. This one. This is yellow jasper. See when you cut it, it's got the yellow lines. I was gonna cut this one, but I want it cleaned up better to make sure that that's not a fossil. Which means it needs to go in here. Get put through the ringer. As it were. This is just a neat color. Okay, you have this like gray on this side, and then you turn it over, and it's brown on the other side. See? Brown on that side, and gray on this side. Got all of the big ones. Oops. This is just a Montana agate. That'll shine up real nice. This is pretty cool. That's an agate in there. See that? That'll turn out really cool looking. Yeah. See that right there? That's just a different color. Might be a little bit of agate there. It'll have to go. Yeah, that one I showed you is a Montana moss agate. This Montana moss agate. When that's done, you'll be able to see right through that. It's the coolest thing. We're going to start putting stuff back in here. We are going to take this. That off. Yeah, them are all little bitty rocks. I do little bitty rocks in with my bigger rocks. Seems to make things go better. This one there. That one right there. All these little bad boys in there. Can't always have room for what was in there before, especially when you're adding a bigger rock like this jasper. That one here. That one there. Smaller ones. Smaller ones from this side. Always a decision what to put back in. That was anything else. Anything else? Yeah, we'll put this one in there. With the cooler lines. And that's the last one. Got this tip from Mark at Super Agus, and it works really well. Instead of water in your step one, use your leftover slurry. Scrape it off the sides. He said, put sludge and all in there, and I've been doing that for the past few weeks, and it works really well. Uh, there, right in my lap. Yes. Move guys a little bit. I keep bumping the camera. So, 4670 for there. Mhm. Two scoops. See, using the old slurry saves me on my grit, believe it or not, because instead of having to use 6 tablespoons of grit with the using the make room. Around a little bit. There, that's like that. That's a piece of green adventuring, belongs to my granddaughter. She's been wanting that done for a while, so we'll get that done there. Or so always wipe your lip off as you can. Soak the rag in a little bit of water. I get every bit of grit off of it. You take dry part of your rag and wipe it. So get it good in the, take the rag and put it in the bin. Put that on there like that. The clean rag, wipe the lid, inside of the lid out. Rag, wipe this out. Can't get it all the way clean because it's the nature of the beast. Tumbler rocks. The tumbler is really dirty. And it's just the nature of it. All right, so that one's in. Guys want to see me open the other one? All right, then. That's what we got for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Talk to y'all soon. Bye for now.